As a sister missionary, you, especially as a sister missionary from the United States, you have a lot of people who will catcall. They'll just yell things at you, things that really aren't very appropriate. And so I think it's just really important to like not be rude, but also not really give them a lot of attention, just to like remember your purpose and why you're there. And that way you don't have people like following you, especially when you walk by bars, to try not to make eye contact with anyone. I had several drunk men chase me down, and so we had to run. So that was kind of scary, just in the fact that I knew I was safe, but it was just like, I just didn't feel comfortable. And so I think it's important just to know how to be kind, but also to be very clear in what your purpose is and that you need to be respected. As a sister missionary, I think it's important that sisters know, like, especially with the weather, I mean, elders, it pours. It rains hard. I've never seen rain come down like that before in my life. And so like the elders, they would like get wet, you know, but they're like just in their white shirt, and like it doesn't really matter for them. But like as a sister missionary, you have to be very careful about your clothing, and that you have to think about, if it's wet, is it going to be revealing? Will it be appropriate? And so you have to make choices accordingly, I think is really important. Also knowing that carry around an umbrella. I never wanted to. In the beginning, my scriptures got soaked. I got soaked. I got sick. It wasn't fun. So buy an umbrella ASAP. That's what I did if you're there during rainy season. And that will help prevent those problems with like clothing being see-through or anything like that. So I think it's important to remember that. And I think also just to remember that as a sister missionary, you have a very important role. Not to say that elders don't do this, but to maintain order and keep the spirit, and especially in like zone meetings and district meetings, to help remind each other of your purpose as missionaries and that you are representatives of Jesus Christ. I think that a lot of times it's easy, not for elders to forget. I don't want to like diss elders, but they bring a more playful side, definitely, in general. And sisters tend to be more serious, and I think that's why it works so well together, because you get the best of both worlds. Like, you need to be fun and outgoing, but also need to have that serious side, and so you learn from each other. And so being able to be flexible, especially when you don't agree with your zone leaders, it's good to be flexible with them and be understanding, and remember that what they have to say is of importance as well. And that's why we are different. Gender is an essential characteristic, as it says in the proclamation. So to remember those things, that sister missionaries aren't better than elders, and elders aren't better than sister missionaries. It's together as a missionary force we can act as representatives of Jesus Christ.